And just like that, it appears we are live once again. Fix my hat, little chili pepper showing there. How are we gonna do this today? Kind of like that. Boom, like 80s rap style. Good afternoon, everybody. Uncle BullCow here once again. It's another edition of Lunch with the BullCow. Man, I got a good lunch right here. I don't usually drink sweet drinks, but got a little Arnold Palmer here, you know, just to switch it up. Got some pulleys. Yeah, baby. This is that fermented Oaxacan style sauce. And I got a nice big old burrito, homemade, of course. The size of that thing, the size of my arm. And of course, the star of today's show, the one, the only, Yellow Reaper. Look at that. Yellow Reaper. This is from Linda McNew, Linda's Fiery Treats. I got her first box of pods. Miller time in the building. What's up, brother? Thank you for joining me for a little lunch with the BullCow on YouTube here. The Yellow Reaper. This is a good pepper, hot, tangy, citrusy, and all the other things a mother could love. I'm gonna do a little pulleys. That Oaxacan, baby. Little pulleys on the burrito. I have some mean green, but I don't have much left. Wow. That's a 1-2 punch right there. Y'all, Miller's in the building. We had fun on Tincture Tuesday last night. Anybody that has never joined us, come jump on my Instagram page. Same thing. Uncle Pop, Uncle BullCow. Linda, look what I got. Thank you so much. One of your Yellow Reapers. This is making my lunch explode right now. Peace out, boss. Just lock it. Okay. So, last night was epic. Seeing some new faces on Tincture Tuesday. Like I said, we're not going to move it. The burn session did have to get moved. Too many people jumping on. Instagram only lets you have 4. So that's on every other Saturday. Hosted by Sergeant Dunn and late for work, and I'm always on there. They moved it to Zoom so they could accommodate having everybody. We are going to always do Tincture Tuesday on Instagram. We will swap people out. Last night, Miller jumped off so somebody else could jump on. Usually, Mrs. BullCow is busy tending to the kids while I'm starting the video off. So what we're going to do is the first half of the show, we'll have some people on. They'll do a little burn with me or whatever. And then second half of the show, we will switch out. Those people that already burned can watch, and the people that are watching can jump on and burn with Mrs. BullCow. This pepper is great. This is adding so much depth and flavor to my burrito. Nothing beats fresh pods. Chop them up real small or chunky if you want. I do both. But I like chopping them up, throwing them in some salsa, throwing them in the burrito, and you're just biting into it. And it's like you're getting these little flavor and heat explosions going off. Man, I'm telling you, nothing beats it. And you have yourself a good hot sauce. This is Pulleys Oaxacan. These are beef burritos. I know this is probably something more geared toward chicken, but it's still awesome. Fermented sauce too. You guys know I love fermented sauces. I love all kinds of sauces. But Good fermented sauces. I've had some bad ones. I don't like fruit fermented with the peppers. I'm sorry. Not my cup of tea. Other people, hey, if that's what you like, I can't knock you for it. Wow. Good lunch right here, guys. So Tincture Tuesday, yeah. There's actually Tincture Tuesday shirts available now on UncleBullCow.com. They're up there if anybody wants one. And yeah, we're gonna burn every Tuesday night on Instagram Live. It's a good time. Last night was crazy. I mean, my wife, Jeremiah, it's the first time he being on there. He got lit. And I couldn't tell because he was sitting back in his chair like this, and I was like, hey man, you good? But every time I look, I was like, oh, he's lit. And Thomas, Toxic, Chris Miller, a whole bunch of us pepperheads on there. And we had a great time. I did a drawing giveaway. I'm going to continue to do giveaways as long as I can afford to. So if I have products that I'm able to share, I do not mind doing giveaways. Take care, Linda. Thank you so much. Yeah, guys, Linda is awesome. She sent me these pods. She threw in some free samples. She makes the best brittles and pecans I've ever had. The jams and jellies, preserves. She knows her stuff, trust me. You guys can check her out at lindasfierytreats.com, or you can find her on Instagram. Man, solid products. Solid products. When I find something like that, I back for more. I really don't. You got some reviewers. They'll say how good something is, then they never reorder it. And I'm just like, hey man, you know, if it's really as good as you're saying it is, you should probably be ordering it when you run out. And that is why yesterday I ordered Miller's Savory Seasonings. Because I ran through that 13 seasoning. 13 is my favorite seasoning, period. Everything Louisiana, the all-purpose original gangster's been gone, so I actually got a hold of Chris yesterday, ordered some. You guys want good seasonings? Go see him. Miller's Savory. You can check him out on Facebook, Instagram, or right here at Miller Time Family Foods and Gardening. That's how it's going down. It's like the same thing. You're welcome, brother. Linda's stuff. Ordered some stuff from her. Guess what? I went back and ordered some more. Sergeant Dunn's jerky. Ordered more. Chris Miller liked my hot sauce. Guess what? Come back later, you ordered 2 bottles. I mean, so that's how we do. If you don't got money like that, that's fine. But I'll tell you this. If you're eating hot stuff, you will make your rounds. So, Jacob, and you buy stuff from everybody to try it. But when those rounds are done, you're going to go back for those choice products. See what I'm saying? You're going to say, you know what? I want that again. I want that again. You can't always satisfy everybody. You might, people that don't like pecans ain't going to order the scorpion pecans from Linda. They might order the brittle or something else, some jam. The thing is that we all need to show love to each other. Walker, Texas Peppers in the building. And that's why I try to tell people, man, buy local, get with guys that small companies. because all we have is each other. Don't order your hot sauce from Amazon. Stop buying the stuff in the stores. Jeez. I mean, listen, I buy store-bought hot sauces, okay? If it's something new and it's $3-4, I don't care. Take care, Chris. I'll buy it because I'm going to try it. It's that simple. If I lose out, just like the other day, I bought 2 sauces from this company. They were horrendous. Worst sauce I ever had. I threw them in the garbage. I didn't even want to give it away to somebody. So, they were a couple bucks a piece. I don't mind. I do reviews, But I'm not going to go to the store and buy a bunch of sauces that I don't like or don't know if I'll like when I can get a hold of somebody and say, hey, I want that, and so on and so forth. Money gets tight sometimes. That is an issue for some people. So there are times where I think, oh, I'd like to have this. Nice, don't have the money. But the thing is, when you find something you like, stick with it, support it, and man, look at that. Yellow Reaper, the placenta. Them suckers are so good. Yellow Reapers blow the Carolina Reaper, the Purple Reaper, any of them. They blow them out of the frame. It's got those citrusy notes to it. That's hot. Now, Yellow Reaper isn't as hot as a Carolina Reaper, of course, but that's right. My growing partner's got some. I've germinated, I think, 3 plants for them, maybe 4 Yellow Reaper plants. Last year, Bill Corbett. Holy cow. He put up a huge box on Facebook with Yellow Reapers. Who wants this? I hopped right on it, man. And then actually got some powder of that too from Superior Pepper. I put it in my pineapple sauce. I put it in my mellow yellow tincture. And it's just, the pepper is citrusy, smooth, hot. I'm burning right now, bad. Whew. Very little floralness and bitterness. That's what I like, and I think that's why I like yellow pods. Yellow pods have a more citrusy and a smoother finish than anything else. Woo! I'm lit. Not in panic mode yet, but really good burn going. Tongue burn is intense. Ear burn, a little bit. Throat burn hasn't really kicked in yet. If I want to take a sip of this Arnold Palmer, probably will. That burrito was top notch right there. The stuff I ate with it, the condiments with that burrito. The pulley sauce, yeah. And that Reaper that's what made it. If you guys have never eaten fresh pods in or on or with your burritos, you gotta try it. Man, last year I remember the first batch of Super Hots that I got my hands on, I sat there and diced a bunch of them up real small, threw them in my homemade salsa, and was just sitting there eating the heck out of it. And I diced some more up, threw them inside of a taco or burrito, I don't remember what it was. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, that is good. Yeah, I remember when you could only get your hands back in the early 90s, you could only get habaneros. Scotch bonnets if you were lucky. But even back then, man, you get some good organic Hobbs and Scotch bonnets and dice them up and throw them in your salsa, throw them in your your burritos. It's like a tropical, spicy little bites you're getting in there, and it's just so good. And this guy I know, um, from where I'm from, he owned a little takeout spot, and he used to make burritos, big, huge things like this, man. They were cheap too, and he would puree Scotch bonnets and habaneros, and just have them in his little, the taco bar where he, all the stuff, the little pans to make the tacos, and he would have Hobbs and Scotch bonnets pureed with nothing. He didn't have no vinegar. It wasn't a sauce. He just literally pureed the peppers up and had them there. And he used to take a little spoon and wipe it on the burrito shell and make it. And you just get this flavor and this heat, and you were like, oh yeah. And that just pushed it over the top. And so, yeah, that was like back in, I think it's like 1995. And around 96, 97, I started messing around with hot sauces. I remember my first one was a mesquite fire grilled. It was a mesquite fire grilled habanero sauce with cilantro in it, and it was. I really wish to this day I wish I could make that sauce again. But I ordered a case of habaneros from this produce distributor, and it was weird because I didn't even know that I could get that. So I went down there to this place in this produce spot, and I went in the office there and I said, hey, can I order a case of habaneros? And they were like, sure. And so I did. I think it was $32 or something like that. And they said, we'll call you when they come in or something. And they called me, I don't know, a week later. And I went and got them. And these things were they were nice, big orange and just so fresh. And they had the nice green, thick stems. I could tell they weren't old. And man, I took them home and I put some Kingsford mesquite charcoal and maybe some mesquite chips on the grill. And I threw those things on there and charred them and got a little smokiness. And I pureed them up with cilantro and garlic. And I don't remember what else, but I made this sauce. And I actually gave a little jar of this sauce to a guy that owned a hot sauce store. The only hot sauce store in New York at the time, in upstate New York. So the whole state, minus the city. We don't know what there was down there. So I go into his store because I worked in a mall, and he actually his store was in the mall. So I used to go in there all the time, guys. I was trying to bomb and all that stuff years back. I go in there the next day, and when he seen me, his eyes just lit up. He was like, what's up, Sergeant Dunn? And this guy's eyes just lit up, and he was like, holy cow. He's like, I got to tell you about that sauce. And I was like, did you like it? And he goes, did I like it? He goes, it's gone. And I was like, what? What's up, Jimmy? I'm telling a story about my first hot sauce. It's 1995, actually. And he says, it's gone. I'm like, a whole bottle of hot sauce. And it was habaneros back then. It was the hottest thing you could get. It was hot for what you could get your hands on, especially if it was all natural. And I looked at him like he was nuts. And he told me what he did. He's like, well, he goes, I got home and I was just beat and I was just exhausted, and I sat down. He's like, I took my jacket off, hung on the back of my chair, sat down. My wife brings me a plate of pork chops. He's like, I don't like pork chops. He's like, I was so tired. He's like, I was contemplating getting up and going into my hot sauce room, because this guy does not only own a store, he had a hot sauce room, a whole bedroom in his house with shelves of hot sauce, Said I was so tired, I didn't want to get up and go in my hot sauce room. He goes, and all of a sudden I remembered that right here in my jacket pocket was that jar of sauce you gave me. And he says he opened it up and poured some on his plate and dipped the pork chop in it, took a bite, and the rest was history. He ate the whole jar. So he was trying to get me to enter the big competition back then, which was in Louisiana. Chef Andre, which was a friend of mine back then, was actually one of the judges in it. Crazy, just crazy how that whole thing. But I never entered it. You had to have your stuff hermetically sealed and legit, to enter those competitions like that. And so, yeah, so we are, guys. I'm gonna say this. This is the first time I'm gonna talk about this publicly. But we are gonna have a hot sauce competition um, ourselves. We are not going to regulate it heavy. In other words, you do not have to have an LLC, a tax number, nutritional facts, ingredients on the bottle. As long as if you write it down on a note, on a napkin, and send it with your hot sauce, that's fine. We are going to ask that people have some experience and they have some reviews on their sauces. So they have to be somebody that's, we're not going to just eat anything off the streets from some weirdo that might just hear what we're doing and want to just get in there. We have some rules, but it's not going to be as strict because we have a big hot sauce contest here. It's the statewide one. It's every year. Thousands of people go. And I cannot get my sauces into it because I have to jump through hoops and get all the stuff that I'm not going to do any of that stuff till next year. But this year I thought I could get my sauce into it. I'm not going to be dishonest. I could print up the labels and make it look legit and stuff. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go and have a good time. My wife's going to enter the chili eating competition, eat a bunch of peppers like she did last year. And I'm going to hang out with folks, and I'm going to buy hot sauce off people and let people try mine. Last year I gave a bottle of Johnny Scoville. He was there. I mean, a whole bunch of people tried it and my stuff. They loved it. It's going to be a good time, but I can't enter this year. So it made me think I would like to help out people that are in that stage where they're making hot sauce for family and friends. They might want to go higher with that, but they have to be somewhat established. Like we want to make sure they've been making sauce for a good time, that they know about pH levels, and that they have some kind of legitimacy. So basically we are going to do our own hot sauce competition. There will be 3 judges. These hot sauces will be mailed to all the 3 judges. We will probably do a pot fee. So basically everyone that enters will actually send maybe $5 bill with one of the bottles of hot sauce. Walker, you're going to be in this contest, so you already know that, buddy. But basically, you would mail out 3 bottles of hot sauce, maybe $5 or $10 to one of the judges. We'll have somebody that'll be treasurer, and then we will judge the hot sauces, and we will actually give the pot. Anyone that put in $5, $10, whatever, the pot would go to the winner. And plus we'll do some prizes. Maybe we'll, put something nice together. So that's something we are planning on doing. We will wait to do that until the end of pod season. We want to make sure everybody's got every ingredient that they need. Some people don't. Some people, like me, I've got sauces right now. I've got frozen peppers right now. I can make 4 sauces, or more than just about my staple sauces. I can make 4 of them I can make. There's 3 I cannot make because I need fresh pods to make it. So when anyone's in that situation, we want to make sure that they got their stuff, and if they're fermenting, time to ferment and all that. So we are going to do a hot sauce competition. We just have to put the details together, but we think it's going to be fun. We'll probably do it on Instagram Live with the tasting, and maybe we'll do the 3 of us judges and have the 4th person come in while we're eating their sauce, so we can be like, that's garbage, man. Get off my live stream. No, just kidding. We are going to be honest. We're not going to be mean. What's up, Jacob? Yeah, man. So that's it. Thank you guys for having lunch with me. We love it. Yeah, Walker, man, Walker sent me some sauces. I know one of them is in the abyss somewhere. So one of them is in the hot sauce shelf of my fridge with a bunch of stuff that I've reviewed but never went back to, but one of them is in the front of the shelf that I eat. That one that I put on something last week, but it was really good. On the chicken that I could not find a sauce for. I couldn't, anything I had, I just could not, I just couldn't do it. And then I found Walker sauce, and it was perfect. But thank you guys for watching. I love you, and stay in touch.